My very first experience with rugby was back in my college days, maybe the late 70s, early 80s, and the guys were playing on campus. I watched for a little while and thought it was a crazy sport for crazy guys. I didn't attend another rugby game until Rugby 7 Collegiate Championships came to Chester, Pennsylvania at PPL Park in 2011. I fell in love with the sport instantly. The first thing that came to mind was, this is exactly how we used to play football in the back alleys. About the only difference was, we were allowed to pass it forward, but we wouldn't stop play. We'd pass it again and again and again. I think we called it passing all over. So after watching a couple dozen games that first weekend when Rugby Sevens came to Chester, I couldn't help but to notice that there were only a few black players on these college teams. And all I kept saying was, this would be the perfect sport for blacks to excel in. I wonder why there aren't many playing rugby. Many of them were probably just like me. We just weren't exposed to the sport. Well, exposure must be growing in the black communities because in 2014, there were a number of black players out on the field. Some teams had more than a few. Here's a few highlights that you've been watching of the black players, and I've photographed many of them that I saw during the weekend. As the game of rugby continues to grow in the United States as they prepare for the Summer Olympic Games coming up, it would be great to see more black athletes participate on the college level, and I'm sure it would stimulate a whole lot more interest in the fan base too. Just check out the photos. Maybe it will inspire someone to consider rugby as the sport of choice.